Hi there, it's Leanne with Outdoors and Country Living. I'd like to show you a natural living recipe, a wood conditioner made with 2 ingredients. This is all natural and non-toxic. All right, a little embarrassing here, but my wooden utensils are quite dull and dry looking. So we're going to make this homemade wood conditioner, natural and non-toxic, made with coconut oil and beeswax. It also doubles as a nice skin moisturizer. It's good as a dusting butter for your wood furniture around the house. It's great to apply on your kitchen cabinets to shine them up. All right, we're going to need a small saucepan with some water in it, sitting on the stove, waiting for us. Do not preheat this. For safety, we do not want to have it hot when we put something cold into it. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of beeswax, whether it's shredded or the pellets. This is beeswax from our bees, so I know it's pure as pure can be. We're going to put that in our mock double boiler here. Turn your heat on medium-low until this is completely melted. You can walk away from it, stir it occasionally, but in all honesty, it only takes a few minutes. You're not going to be able to go far or do much. We're just going to heat that up. And I'm just using a wooden tongue depressor to stir it with. You can use whatever you want or whatever you have. I'm using the measuring cup today, but in all honesty, I could have put everything in my mason jar and put the mason jar in the water. It's just the glass measuring cup doesn't jiggle like a mason jar does. So that's why I chose that. You'll just need a container of your choice that holds about 8 ounces. Now that it's fully melted, I'm pouring it into a pint mason jar. It's half full, about 8 ounces of liquid or wood butter is what you made. We're just going to let that cool down a little bit here before we start moisturizing these sad looking utensils. All right, I wound up doubling the recipe because when I make things, I don't want to have to revisit it all too soon. So once the wax is cooled enough to start working with, you're welcome to work with it. It doesn't have to fully solidify. You can use your hands or a lint-free cloth. Just massage it into the wood really well. Use a generous amount. You want to leave a good amount sitting on the utensils for several hours or overnight to make sure they are nicely moisturized. I'm choosing just to use my hands, but you could use a cloth. Sorry about the view here. I thought my camera was set in a better spot. Apparently not. So just work that in nicely. And then you can spruce up your utensils every time they get dry and dull looking like mine are. So I had several pieces to moisturize today. It had been a while, for sure. So in this process, your hands are going to get a nice spa treatment. So I like to do this as a winter activity, but they sure do need it in the summertime too. So don't neglect them in the warmer months. Now we're just going to let them sit for several hours or overnight. So my knife block is about 15 plus years old and it has seen better days. It looks kind of sad, so we're going to spruce it up today with this wonderful wood butter. And you're going to be able to see some changes right before your eyes. This sits on our kitchen counter and it gets used every day. It's a heavy-duty little wood block, but it needs some TLC. You just can't go wrong with beeswax and a good quality oil. This wood block is gonna thank me later, I do believe. Alright, just work it in there nice and good. Alright, so I have a variety of woodenware here. A rolling pin, some wooden handled utensils, my cutting boards, some small ones, the knife block, and all those utensils. I'm just going to leave them hang out here for several hours or overnight. I really didn't have to use that much butter, did I? And it did set up nicely. Alright, I'll see you guys later. So I'm just using a lint-free cloth here to wipe everything down. Just because I can't put all of this away with the thick layer of butter that I left on them. And it's best if you do not put your wooden utensils in your dishwasher if you use one. It is so hard on it. Best advice is to hand wash these items and dry them. Butter them up as needed. These are items that are frequently used in our kitchen. Alright, so you see some butter here in this knife block. I gotta use some finesse to get that out. Whether that's a cloth or a toothpick or both. Thankfully my cloth I can kind of shove it in those holes a little bit to get that extra butter out. But the stubborn spots, use a toothpick. Alright, here's a little better view of me wiping off some of the other utensils. Get that thick butter layer off. We are beekeepers, so I have a lot of bee-themed kitchen utensils, towels. Without honeybees, where would we be? No pun intended. Alright. I use this little tool when I'm debubbling canning jars. It's a nice handy tool to have. Pesky butter got in that hole, so I'm just going to use a toothpick and scrape it out. And it's a good time for me to moisturize my hands some more, I guess. But I won't complain. It's late January. We live in Indiana. It's cold and snowy today. Look how shiny that spoon is. Oh, that looks so much better. Can you believe the difference this wooden butter made? Look at that. Beautiful utensils, much improved. Here's a before photo. Almost embarrassed to show how dingy those are. Poor little knife block. All right, so just repeat this process when your utensils are dry and dull looking. And your butter should keep for at least 6 months or more, unless you use it all before then. Use this stuff all around your house. On your wooden furniture, cabinet doors, utensils, tables, you name it. Thanks for sticking around and seeing how I make this homemade, natural living wood butter or wood conditioner. I hope you can use it too. It's safe for everybody. Until next time, take care and may God bless you.